This show contains adult subject matter and is intended for mature audiences only. It is designed for entertainment and educational purposes. The views and opinions expressed are those of the hosts and guests and may not be suitable for all viewers. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Dude!
Trying to get it in place. Just relax.
Oh my God. All right, guys, we have a very special episode today. We were here with Onyx Muse, Findom, and this is Real Vegas, Real
Okay, this is welcome to Real Vegas podcast. I can't even look. I can't get it around your neck.
We had a very special episode. This is Real Vegas podcast. This is real people, real conversations, and
this is Real Vegas podcast. Oh, you could take it. You could take it, big boy. There we go. Oh.
Oh, dude! All right, this is Real Vegas, real conversations. We're gonna get into it now. Yeah, start the show now. All right, Oklahoma. Oklahoma. Hey, welcome to Real Vegas podcast. Real people, real conversations. We have a very fun show today, as you guys can see. We are here with Miss Onyx Muse.
Yes.
How you doing, Miss Onyx Muse?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing better now.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
From what we were talking before, you had just gotten back from a trip to New York?
New York, yes.
How was it?
Amazing.
Amazing?
I did my feature, and actually there was a few other girls in town, so we went out. It was, God, New York is just so fun.
So
it's hard to come back.
I know what you're talking about as far as because I used to I talk about it actually in my book. But I know about because one of the competitions I used to do was mainly catered towards the women, but they would do what they call the featured entertainers.
Right.
So I know the NAP that I do, but can you just kind of explain for people like what a feature is and how do you become a feature?
Yeah. So my agent who's been booking me since my porn years, like since I started. After you've shot, scenes and you kind of have a brand, you can get booked for features as a porn star feature going to do appearances at the strip club. So like Sapphire's strip club. Right. Sapphire's is like their more dominant strip club out there in New York.
I was gonna say because I know the one in Vegas, but I didn't know that. So there's a few Sapphires.
Yeah, they're the same owners, so still part of the same franchise, but there's 3 of them in New York.
3 of them in New York?
Yeah, so they rotate us all.
So you said the Sapphires, they're by the same owners, they're everywhere. So like once you get hooked into like Sapphires, do you do like sometimes miniature tours where you'll go to New York? Then I'm assuming there's one in Miami, maybe. You have one in Vegas?
No, there isn't one in Miami. It's just Vegas and New York.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I would love that. I'm going to Miami on my own for like XBiz, but no, they haven't booked me. I do Tampa. So Tampa has been a market, and there's a lot of strip clubs out there. But no, not yet. Featuring in Miami.
And then you were saying too about the featuring. So there's a couple different kind of features you can do. So there's like the porn star creator features, and then when I was doing it, it was I've been doing this so long. There wasn't really like the creators thing yet. It was like girls would just go compete for awards just to go be featured dancers at these.
Yeah. So I just did that in Denver. It's the same thing, but for like the featuring that I did in New York. Just a little different. You're not, so what's the beauty is you're paid. You don't have to compete. It's just you.
It's just you.
You do. So, but this is the difference. You are not able to work the floor. So you can't, so like whoever's there, you can't work the floor, out of respect of the house dancers.
Yeah.
So
but you just go on stage, right?
So you do your pre-promotion, you go on stage, then you do a meet and greet. So if you have like, you know, merch, pictures or whatever, you
Whatever
can
you're
have
selling.
DVDs.
Yeah.
And you could do like they could take a picture
A lot
with
of girls,
you.
a lot of girls I knew from when I did the thing, a big thing they would do would be like they'd have a couple signed photos that you could do.
You
Or
do
someone would sell calendars, whatever you want to sell.
Then you sell dances. So you could do single dances or you sell private rooms.
Yeah, so but they can they come up to you and buy them rather than, like you said, you don't walk the floor out of respect for the other dancers.
Yeah, so it's all pre-promotion. So I do heavy, like, you know, social media promotion, but also like I'm a stripper from Vegas, so I have a lot of regulars that are from New York that came to Vegas.
Yeah, right.
So it's on sales, you know.
Yeah, that's cool. So like that's the one. I guess that's the one great thing about featuring and being a guy. We don't really get the features, but calling the girls, it's guaranteed.
Yeah,
You're not really, the club's paying you, right? And then whatever you sell on top of that.
So of course you want to make, you know, you want to make more, a more than just that. Yeah.
No, for sure. That's awesome. And then I'm sure there's perks. You're getting to stay at places for free.
Oh yeah, they put you in a hotel for the night. So what I do, just because I love to, like, you know, make my trips worth it, I'll come like 2 days early and I'll stay like for like 3 days.
Okay, yeah, right.
So,
you're in New York.
Because most of the time, yeah, they fly you in, and that's like a 6-hour flight. You do your thing, and then you're out. And I'm like, I wanna
have some fun,
right?
So I wish I would have done that when I the one time I got flown out to New York was to do the Jerry Springer show. So I was a stripper on Jerry Springer, so that was fun.
That's hilarious.
And I know I'm such a nerd. I remember flying in, you see the city, you know, you start to
land.
I remember thinking the first thing I saw was like, this is where they filmed Home Alone 2.
Oh, wasn't it in Chicago though?
Well, I mean, they had a lot of. They did some from.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I looked at the making of. Right. They filmed some of the, like, I think the where they did the scene in that movie where it's the guy that owns the toy store.
Yes,
that was in Chicago.
FAO, yeah, FAO.
But they definitely did some stuff. I think in Central Park.
Yeah,
and they did some stuff there. But I was thinking, like, this is
I know,
so
right?
Cool.
No, it's like.
You know, but I wish I would have stayed because it was the same thing. Like the way they set it up is because I think they filmed in Stanford, Connecticut. I think so. You flew into New York, they drive you there. They would go through whatever they would go through the pre-show. You stay in your hotel and you do the show, and you're back on a plane that night.
When I first did my career, I did Exotica in Jersey.
Exotica is another one.
Yes,
okay.
And like I wasn't a feature yet, because other girls in my agency were doing the features. So I remember, like, I was like so excited because you know, I was from Cali, so I was like, oh my god! Literally, once I landed, I like took a Uber. I paid like $100, and I took a Uber to go to Times Square.
Oh yeah,
just to like go and be there, and you know, that was like my first time going there.
So you said rewind a little bit.
Yeah.
So you go do these features and stuff.
Yeah.
And so like you book these meet and greets. So I'm assuming, I mean, you look like you're alive and well, everything's great. But I'm assuming sometimes these meet and greets, do you ever get some random
weirdos?
Some weirdos. I'm not, yes. There's some really cool guys, but you ever get the people that are in love with you? And
for the most part, all the guys that have came at the meet and greets, they've been cool. You know, there's security there. But there's guys that email us before, and I was talking to one of my girlfriends because this guy emailed her, and I don't know, this guy, he like sends pictures of this like really shanky apartment, and he's like, hey, you know, I'm a really good guy from Sapphire, but if you want to stay at my place, you're more than welcome to, and if you want to go to dinner, and it's like, but not like, obviously he doesn't understand, like, if you're trying to take us to dinner, like, you're paying for everything. The time, right?
You're paying for the time too. So you're not only they're paying for dinner, so people know, they're paying for the time too.
I don't think this guy realized that. And I think what he does is he messages every girl
and hopes one of you says yes.
Right.
Yeah, that would be
hopeful. He's wishful thinking, you know.
Yeah, so the reason I bring it up, my thing I like to do sometimes when I just want to shut down my brain is I'll just turn on true crime. So on HBO Max, they have a thing called the Playboy Murders.
Oh yes,
With
yes.
Holly
Madison. Yes.
And there was an episode they did where back in the day with Playboy, and it's funny, I have the Playboy from the year and month I was born, but they used to, the centerfolds would show so much revealing information about the girls, where they were from and what they like to do. And I guess they had a hotline you could call and actually talk to the actual playmates. And it wasn't really, and that guy, some psycho guy thought he was going to marry this girl and all this stuff. And I forget what girl it was, but he ended up flying to her hometown, killing her husband, and then killing himself. Some crazy shit. So that's why I brought the meet and greet.
I need to look at that. I know. I watched. There's a few of those episodes that I've seen.
But that's why I brought it up. So it's like I didn't know if you ever had anybody come profess their love to you at the table or like try to like.
Not in New York. I did have a stalker that was he was a bitch. He'll watch this and stuff.
So he's still out there stalking you.
I mean, he's calmed down. I used to have red hair, and so I just changed my hair because he was coming in my club. But I've kind of like laid down the rules. But he just like when a scene would come out. So I had a scene come out that was like it came out like last year.
Okay.
But I had filmed it like 3 years prior or something like that. And it came out. Now he is supposed to be my submissive bitch, but he saw it and was like offended that I did that. However, it's like, hello, I'm a porn star. Like I'm in this.
This is what I do. This is like
I'm just doing what I do, right? Yeah, he sent me some very like crazy messages, and I had him blocked on everything, so it came in emails, and
so you block him on all probably social that you can,
OnlyFans, social media,
and now he's
everything.
emailing you.
Yeah, the crazy thing, because it goes in your spam when they're like block. I've never had to block somebody by email.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're gonna rewind again.
Yeah.
So what does it mean when someone becomes your submissive bitch, as you quote unquote put it?
They're my bitch. They're my slave. They servitude to me.
Okay, let's say I wanted just for fun. Let's say I wanted to be your slave. How does someone go about looking up Onyx Muse and wanting to be your submissive bitch slave?
Every dom is different. The way that how I take on bitches is they have to pass the initiation.
So do they have to pay for the initiation, and then you decide?
I don't tell them what they're doing, and they don't ask questions. I mean, they could ask some questions prior, but the whole thing is, you know how like gangs, how you got to get initiated, right?
So you initiate all your bitches? I
initiate my bitches. However, I'm a Findom, so they don't know what they're getting themselves into, right? And so, yeah, I kind of lay the scene out that you have to surrender. You have to take the risk.
They take the risk, and once they surrender to you, that means they're your. So I'm assuming you probably have like a gang of submissive bitches.
I mean, I have a few.
Yeah, okay.
Obviously, some of them don't know each other. They all kind of, they get their own undivided time.
Yeah.
Unless they want to come to like a party, like a meet and greet party type of thing, they could.
Like a feature thing. They can show up, right?
Yeah.
They're allowed. Do they have to? So does someone that's quote unquote you're in your submissive bitch gang, do they have to get your permission to show up to these things?
Yes, of course.
They have to ask every little thing. Like they can't just. There's no dominance from them, correct?
At all.
At all.
At all.
And that's the way you like it.
And that's my style.
Yes.
I'm not a switch. I am a full dom.
And you said it's called FemDom?
Findom, yeah.
Fem, like F-E-M?
No, financial dominatrix.
Oh! So, it's crazy. I've been in this industry forever, and I still learn shit.
Yeah.
So what's a financial Findom? What's exactly what it? Can you explain?
So it's the acronym for financial dominatrix.
Okay.
And basically, it's I dominate them financially.
Okay.
They consensually want this, otherwise
of course,
they don't.
They reach out to you.
Right.
Yes. There's no black. By the way, this is all consenting adults, just for the record. But
Right.
between these consenting adults, they like to be financially dominated.
Yes.
Okay.
Or it could be something that they just adore me and they want to service me, and my fetish is my fetish, so they have to serve it. And obviously we have the conversation, we break it down, and they understand what the terms are, and that is how they will get my FemDom side, right?
No, I got it.
Yeah.
And they like this. And again, I'm not judging. This is like everyone has their thing. Trust me.
Everybody has their thing.
Everybody
right?
has their thing.
I mean, they have to like it because it is that they want to service me,
Yes.
right? Prove it. You want to service me because also too, right? Men, right? Just like these weirdos. They, they are going to see that I like this BDSM stuff. They're going to like play their little part and think that they could just slide in and they can just, oh yeah,
wow.
you want, because a lot of times men think that, oh, I have a need, I have a desire that I want to dominate men. I'm a feminist. I'm not. And actually, even if a man was like wanting that doesn't matter because you're not giving me my fetish. In order to get your fetish, you have to give me my fetish. There is no you get it before I get it.
Right. That's so you're always so what is, if you don't mind me asking, what's
Sure.
one of the things that someone has to pass for you to even consider them to be one of your quote unquote submissive bitches?
So they have to get the things that I want, which
Okay.
is going to the grocery store.
Okay.
Grocery store.
Gotcha.
I will go to either a high-end store. I'll pick shoes, lingerie, outfits, jewelry. I don't know, whatever it takes. Expensive BDSM gear, because why not? I'm going to use that for my stuff.
And again, because it's a financial dom.
Yeah.
This is what you're like.
It could be sneakers. I just did a virtual shopping yesterday, and or was it yesterday? Saturday. I did a.
Can you explain to people out there what exactly would be called like a virtual shopping session? Like what is that?
Okay, so one of my bitches on my OnlyFans, shout out to you, Justin, my top bitch.
Wouldn't that technically be called the bottom bitch?
No, Justin is the top bitch, and he always wants to have that title, meaning he does whatever I say.
So the reason why I'm comparing, I watched an episode of South Park where they had to talk about pimps. The bottom bitch is the top bitch.
Well,
that's the bottom bitch. Like that's your bottom bitch.
Yes,
Comparing to South Park,
but this is just more so the title. I just went to the restaurant in Denver, so it was really fun. Casa Bonitas.
Yeah. Oh,
Casa Bonita. We went there. It was so funny.
So Justin's your top bitch.
Yes,
and he wanted to take you on a virtual shopping.
Avidly. I mean, he didn't. Well, maybe he did want to, but he knows that Goddess, in order to be my top bitch, you need to make Goddess happy. So he, we got some sneakers at the sneaker shop.
Okay.
So I got 2 pairs.
All right.
But I go in there. So it's like, it doesn't have to be fully like high end, but it has to be very like nice shit that I like.
Yeah, you're not.
Plus, he's got a massive foot fetish.
You're not going to Target.
No, we're not going to Walmart.
No Target, no Walmart, no outlet malls. We're going to the real deal.
We're not going to the 99-cent store.
No, okay. But he's not with you. You're saying you're doing a virtual experience.
Virtual, yeah.
So is he like watching you through the FaceTime? Or?
So with Justin, because he was at work, I did pre-recorded videos and sent it to him. Otherwise, if he's not working, then we do it like live on Zoom.
So either pre-record him, and then I'm sure no judgment, but this is just what he likes, consenting adults. So he just likes to watch you spend his money.
Yeah.
I need your job.
And he
does Justin like dudes?
No, he doesn't. I bring some of my girlfriends along, so I do, spread the love. He also has bought my used nail clippings, my bath water. Yeah, so like if I have like weird shit, he wants to support that.
I thought I had it good. somebody would take me virtual
now
shopping.
do you understand why it's like I don't really need
it.
to do porn
No.
because you know
I get it. Yeah, so I had I don't know if you've ever done this. You don't have to tell me if you have or not. But I years ago I dated a dominatrix, or by trade she was a dominatrix for I don't know. It wasn't very long, 6-8 weeks. We had a fling. It's great. It's great.
I bet it was hot. 6-8 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some fun shit, man. She was in some weird shit, but I was into it. But anyway, so I'll tell you, stage, and we're hanging out this rock and roll place, and she drags me into the bathroom stall, and I'm like, oh, I'm about to get a Hummer,
blowjob.
a Hummer, a blowjob, whatever.
What did you call it?
A Hummer.
A Hummer?
Yeah, for the it's like I think a Midwest
It's a
thing.
term.
Yeah, a little term, but
Hummer.
so she starts kind of doing that, and then she in the stall, she just wants me to pee all over her.
Oh.
So I mean, I did my
a
best.
Golden shower.
Yeah, but I understand at home, but she wanted it right there. I peed on her, and she loved it, and then we ended up going back to my place, and that was a good
she was like in the club or where
we're in the bathroom
area?
stall,
right?
And we went back out. It was with my pee on her. She loved it.
She loved the pheromones.
I think so.
Like,
We have something. We all have something. I've definitely admitted on podcasts and stuff. I have a thing for armpits.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, and girls who don't shave. I don't know what it is.
You like that bush.
I like that 70s bush.
Yeah.
I can't get enough
But
of
that's pheromones too.
Yes.
I mean, that get when you know, the scent.
I used to date
there.
me and this girl that used to date too. I would do a thing where if we knew we were hooking up or hanging out that night, I would tell her not to shower or wear deodorant. I was into that.
Just come over.
Just come over.
Stay dirty.
So yes. What the hell's wrong with me, man?
It could have derived when you're like in your younger years, like when you first started having sex, or
I think it was before
maybe
that.
you had a girlfriend prior that did that, so you always kind of like want that pattern.
So when I was a kid, like a little kid, my grandpa, my uncles, and all that from Memphis, Tennessee, they had like a farm. Right?
Okay.
They'd work on the farm, they'd bale the hay, had the horses, the cows, all the nine. But they had a shed that they'd play poker in. And they had a beer fridge in the shed.
Okay.
And they'd be drinking beer, but in this poker room shed area within the barn where they do their thing, the whole walls and ceiling were plastered with the old school Playboy pictures
Oh,
with
there
full
you
bush.
go. Yeah.
I would walk in there. I'd want to get them a beer. Anybody need? I'd be like, I'll go get it, Grandpa. And I'd run in there and I would just sit there and I'd just stare. And it would make me feel funny. I didn't know what it was, but it was like
you were getting aroused.
I was getting aroused, and I didn't know that. I was
you
like,
didn't know what it was.
No, and I was like, I love this. You know, I think that's maybe where I think that's where it stems from. I swear,
It probably is.
It is.
It is because even maybe like
because it's some old child shit.
maybe grandpa's, you know, Playboy and Hustler and whatever.
Yeah,
It was Bush
it was
back
all
then.
Bush.
Definitely had to be more Hustler. Hustler was definitely more Bush, but you know, Playboy had like Pretty Bush.
Yeah. But I just remember from
Different forms,
ceiling to wall, plat. It was it was the man
A
room.
lot
You know,
of our
beer and poker.
a lot of our childhood experiences kind of, you know, forms our fetishes.
Ironically enough, that refrigerator, and this is no joke, was stocked with Bush beer.
Oh, there you go.
Bush in the bush. I just
So everything, it was like Bush was like triggering boner to you.
I know. I need another. Now you got me round up.
Now we're having the therapy session.
I know, right? So I know it's back to you. Back to you. So,
it's like Bush.
Fuck, I know. I got Bush on the mind now.
Bush should be your safe word.
Gonna have to take a safe word now. Oklahoma's my safe word. Oklahoma.
That's funny. Alabama's my safe word.
Alabama.
When I tell my guys,
right?
I need to hear all the syllables.
I don't really. So I don't. Again, I'm not judging, but the dominatrix stuff freaks me out. Like freaks me out. I can't.
To most guys, yeah.
You know, like
Scary.
the whole.
That's what I like about it.
Yeah.
I love it that men get scared.
Yeah, man. You'd love the shit out of me.
Scared?
I'd be freaked out.
Scared but excited.
Oh, not excited. I probably had a heart attack. Like, I got. There's a thing over here. We'll show off camera. I think you guys probably saw already. I was freaked out going in that thing. I can't.
Because you're being restrained.
Yes, it freaks me out. Freaks me out. You can legitimately me lock.
Because it's like you're free, right? You have
Yeah.
so much freedom. So to be locked up, that like scares the shit out of you.
It does. It terrifies me. like panic attack, full on. Give me a Xanax.
But there's rewards when you surrender and you face your fear and you take the risks. There's a reward.
Take your word for it. I'll take your word for it.
There's always a reward.
I like being I can switch it up sometimes, but I'm just by nature just dominant by nature. Just by nature, I like being the dominant one. But I mean, if I'm with a girl that sometimes I can take control, I can let her do that, but I can't do the tying up, man. It fucking freaks me out.
I remember I did a golden shower on usually that kind of I did a golden shower on like a really like hot guy that I had interactions with, and or you know we had a great like relationship. Like he would, but it was actually funny because when we would hook up, I never like thought he was submissive, and then he was, and then like one day he like asked me to pee on him, and I got a little pee shy because I was like,
yeah. Sometimes
I don't know.
I had an ex
to do this because you're so hot.
Yeah, right. No, I know what that means. I know the pee shyness because it's hard when a guy's aroused.
Sure.
Sometimes it's just hard to pee while a guy's aroused. I had an ex-girlfriend that we have to do anal, and she wanted me to pee in her butt. Right?
Okay.
That's hard. Literally, it's hard to do.
It's not like point shoot.
No, right? No, that was a girl. I did some blue dolphins.
Oh my God, blue dolphins back in the day. Yeah.
We peed all over each other in the shower. It was great.
Yeah, the shower is good. Yeah, he went in the shower and he was just like underneath me, and it was like, okay, like if this is what you want, he was very happy with it. Yeah. So
I've been in that. I know the feeling.
But so before I became a dom, I was a submissive to, I had a very hot, steamy relationship. This was prior to getting into the industry, and this is also what led me into the industry.
So this is before any like real adult films? This is
before
you became a dom? You're very wet behind the ears still.
I had like just gotten out of like a breakup with like my first love, right? And we were together for like 7 years, and we finally, and this is also like when I was in Hollywood, he was like my protector. He was always, I wasn't me, right? I always had him like watching me, and then we were separating, and so I like responded to this ad, and it was this photographer. We did this like shoot. It was for a fetish shoot, and I didn't know what fetish was, and I was just like, and he just like put me in all this like shit, and I was like, oh my God.
Like hot outfits and boots.
Well, yeah. So like he actually introduced latex outfits to me, but also he had all this like.
By the way, you look amazing.
Thank you.
This is
my new dress.
It looks awesome on you. It's hot.
This
you look
is
great.
my other. I don't know if he's like super submissive, but yeah, one of my guys from online, he bought it for me.
I gotta get into your career.
Yes, I gotta teach
work way too hard.
You're there.
I'm a guy, man. It's different.
No, but you're there, and I think you can definitely like make it where women are like buying you shit.
Oh, I have that.
Right.
You know, but not like, I wish I could just be like, give me your credit card. I'm gonna fill myself going to high-end stores. And
you can't.
I know you can. You can or you can't, no matter what you're right.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, you're absolutely right.
Possibilities are endless.
I do have a few. I do have a few clients. I don't know if I may have talked about it before, but I had this one client that used to come into town, and her whole thing was she liked to take me high-end shopping at the nice clothing stores.
Caesar's Forum Shop.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. She liked to blow me in the dressing rooms, and she'd wear the librarian glasses, and she'd want.
I have some ideas for this too, like how you can.
You know?
I mean, we live in a technological world, so you can always derive these like hot memories by visuals, sending her some pictures, some content, getting in her head and just being like, yeah, you should give me that fucking credit card. And I'm like, I'm going to buy this suit. And then when you get your ass down here, I'm going to bend you over in the dressing room.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's just me. That's just like the dom in me.
I think we saw some of it come out just now.
Yeah, and I mean, this is
the real deal.
Ideas. I see guys that do Findom on like you know, from the male perspective. And I'm always like, God, I'm like, I need to like train some dudes to do it because I love it. I love the, you know, different perceptions.
So maybe in the future we'll have an Onyx Muse school.
Maybe, yes.
Right? School for doms.
Yes.
Yeah, it'd be hot.
It would be. I have a lot of goals that I want to do, like educational content with all this like knowledge that I've acquired over the years. But
so from that, you're talking about, so you had that, you answered that ad and you're doing
yeah,
a photo shoot, and that turned you into all this.
Well, so we did the shoot and it was only supposed to be 3-hour shoot, right? And we went on all night. Actually, we were both like very creatively like in the mission, and it was like white angel, dark angel like concepts, but incorporating all this like gear. And I mean, as we're like capturing the art, I was also getting turned on because this was this work lift loft. So we were also like, his bedroom was like right over there. So like his studio was here, and like the way like where the gear was, you know, it was like kind of sneak. And then I was just like, oh my God, I'm like, this man must have like bitches coming in here getting turned the fuck out. And I was so curious, but and then like I was like, oh, you know, if you need an assistant for any of your shoots, like just let me know. And so I like assisted for him for like a little bit, and then we like slowly got definitely into each other, and he just really like, because I was also like what is this? Like, what is that? How does that work? And
I'm sure he showed you.
Well, he would tell me about it, and I would just be like, okay. But I was also like trying to keep it like cool because I'm like in my head, I'm like my mind's blown. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how do you get into that? I've always had this boyfriend, and we've had I thought at where I was in my 20s at that time, I thought I had hot sex. But that was like a whole other thing. And so then, but he was also like not like giving it to me like you know, he wanted the consent too.
But it makes you, but that makes you want it more.
So when he would just be like,
he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, I know. And then like, so then one like
sounds like a stud.
So then, yeah, he was a stud. And so then when I like let him know like, let's go down this rabbit hole. I'm going in. I'm Alice, and I'm drinking the thing, and you
just went all out. You turned you out, huh?
My God. And it was like really hot because like at the time, so I was a go-go dancer at that time. And so I would go to do my go-go dancing, and then I would go back to his place, and then he would be like, give me directions on like when I came in the house. Like one time, oh my God, I came back home, and then or to the house, and then he had like little notes like, take your shoes off, and then like another note, and it was like, put that outfit on. And then I go into like the house, and then we had dinner, but it was like a long table, so like he was at one end and I was at the other end, and we're just kind of talking and you know, building it up, because by this time I am like, fuck the shit out of me, I don't care about this food. But then
he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he did. And then he was like, just the way he did, he was like, yeah, he's like, we'll get started. He's like, you wash these dishes. He's like, and make them. But I washed those dishes so fast. And then like when we got into it, it was so like hot and stimulating that like when we actually orgasmed, like we felt like we were high on Molly, but we were actually like sober.
I believe it. I've learned, it took me a few years, but being in the industry for as long as I have, especially working with clients and being a stripper and just knowing girls, a lot of the, with women anyway, and with men too, it can go both ways, but mainly with the women, it's the build-up, it's the foreplay, it's a lot of the mental things, it's the things you say. It's not necessarily, you know how many girls I've brought the orgasm and I haven't even penetrated them.
Women are more mental,
100%.
and it's like, you need to get in my fucking mind.
Yes. And once they're there,
and just tell me things like, you know, and that's why I tell guys, it's like, change it up, you know, add a little suspense.
Yes.
Like, call your wife at work and say, you know, where she's like at work doing her normal shit, and then you're like, honey, when you get home, don't come in the bedroom unless you put this gift on or whatever. She's gonna be like, what are you talking about? And then it's like lingerie and whatever, and the whole day she's gonna be thinking about this.
That's
and then it's like, when you fucking finally like fuck the shit out of her, she'd want it.
Oh
So,
yeah, 100. Like when I was dating that there's been a few girls, but I did that one girl that was into it. I would just, we talk in the afternoons. I'd say, you know, we're hanging out tonight. Don't shower or shave today.
yeah,
That's how I want you. I liked it. And she always knew what kind of underwear I liked her to wear and stuff like that. And
There you
she was
go.
just totally served. And it was like what you said. It was almost like a feeling of when we're actually into it and stuff. Like her eyes would roll in the back of her head, and like, and me seeing I'm able to do that to her is making me even more like, it's just like this whole, it's like you almost feel like you're high on ecstasy.
right. And it's the moment that the fantasy becomes the reality. It's like the execution.
Oh yeah.
And there's no
great.
there's no other feeling.
And like you were saying too, it's the whole mental thing. But once you feel safe and you have a connection to with somebody, and you can bring all that in. Oh man, it's a whole different level
It is.
of sex. And I don't think a lot of, I'm not trying to shit on guys, but a lot of people don't realize that. They just think it's just,
well, they want theirs. They are, most of the time guys are not fully in tuned with the female, and they don't want the woman. It's not even that they don't want the woman to orgasm. It's that they're not focused on her reaching her orgasm. They're more so focused on them, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And they want them to serve them and do the role, the foreplay. And it's like, well, what about women? And sometimes men don't even understand that women cannot orgasm because you're not fucking their mind.
No, that's true. It's 100% true. I learned that years and years back, but there was definitely a time in my life where I was just getting mine. You know, I didn't know. I was a young man. But then I got in the adult entertainment business, and I've been doing this forever. It feels like now 18 years. It really is. It's really is. The more you can get into their head, and I'm not saying you go in and try to manipulate, but I'm just talking about as far as the sexual energy.
Right.
Get in someone's head, or especially a woman's head.
Keep it playful.
Keep it playful.
You know,
keep it fun.
but
how many girls I brought to orgasm, and I haven't even penetrated them yet.
Yeah.
And they've already came once. And that's another thing about women. A lot of them can go more than one. A lot of guys, I know I can go usually kind of all night, but I need breaks in between.
Especially you mean that squirt?
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, I've had a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's a debate.
Okay.
That's pee, right?
I don't know. I mean, it's whatever you say. I just say it's all feel good juice. Okay.
I've had girls like literally like Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
Like be doing them, like having doggy style, and just as soon as you pull it, it's just been hitting the chest with it. Like, damn, I should have put down the fucking tarp.
Adriana Chechik is one of the best fucking squirters because it's just like she's like a fire hydrant.
So you reminded me of something when we rewinding when we first started talking about like the competitions, like when girls will go compete, so you can be a feature entertainer.
Yeah.
Back when I would do NAP, there was this girl that could she would suck pool water into her pussy, and she could come back and she could spray it out. Nuts. Oh my God. Right? That was like her trick. She could just spray. And she was a waterfall. So I do remember that. You just took me back.
God bless those women.
Yeah.
You know?
God bless them. We definitely make life more interesting.
Yeah, the portal of magic.
Is that what they call it? Is that what you
call
it?
No, I mean it is a portal. It is a portal.
So you've been doing this for a while. Do you see yourself doing this for? Do you ever roll your eyes sometimes and just, I wish I had a desk job?
No, God, no. I was a legal secretary for an attorney.
So you already know that.
I've done it. It's just so boring.
Yeah. I feel that.
I'm not pooping on women who are doing 9 to 5.
It's just not for you.
It's just, I've done it, and it's like, you get guys and they're like, oh, fuck you chose the easy way out. No, I didn't. I did that, and I could always go back to it, but I just have mastered this life where I know my value and I know how to use my toolbox. And if there's men around the world who want to serve a dom and give me money
Yeah, that's what I'm
financially
saying.
and pay
It's all
for my
consensual.
stuff.
They're coming to you, you know.
Why would I need to work at a desk job?
So that's the thing I like to say. The only thing I don't, again, this is a whole different conversation, but this is America. There's no, as far as like business and making, this is America. It's capitalism. It really is. And however, like you said, using your tools in the toolbox, like I joke all the time, like if I was a hot chick, I do the same stuff. But I'm a hot dude, I guess. I don't fucking know. But I've been in the business forever.
You're
So
very
I've used
attractive.
thank you. But I've used my skills I've been in the business forever. I've used my toolbox.
Yes.
I haven't had a 9 to 5 in years.
Say if men could look like us women, they would be the biggest whores. They would probably be worse than what we are.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
No, 100%. And it's just using your, like you put it just right. You're using your tools in your toolbox. And like, who am I to hate on somebody who can be very financially independent, and not only financially independent, but make more money than you could doing an office job.
Sure.
You get more freedom, more money. You're having more fun, obviously, than sitting there doing paperwork or whatever the fuck it is.
Because even if I wanted, like, my trips, like, if I want to go on my trip, then
you go wherever you want.
I'm going to go talk to his own manager and ask for permission, and then they're going to say no, and then it's like, oh, you get fired. Fuck, bye.
Right.
I'm going to take the trip because there's, you have to build up your career. Yeah.
I'm all about supporting any kind of capitalism, any kind of entrepreneurship. I am. I love this country. People who know me know I love fucking America. And the only thing that that sometimes I just roll my eyes at, because I don't ever take it too serious, is sometimes you get these OF girls and stuff like that, or some of these porn girls. They have these inflated egos sometimes now.
They
and
do.
then it's like, come on, man. And I don't want to depart. I don't want to sit there and put you down like saying you're just a whore. But it's like, you're a porn star, right? You're not. You're just getting fucked on camera, which there's nothing wrong with. Right. You're making tons of money, but they get these inflated egos like they're these big celebrities. But then again, a lot of submissive guys, you have to blame for that, because you get a lot of guys kissing your ass.
Right.
You know? God bless America.
God bless
America.
God bless human nature.
Yeah,
okay?
It is. It really is.
It is.
But yeah, it's just inflated egos sometimes. Be humble.
I'm always like humbling. I don't ever I'm sure, with all the adoration from these guys, you can take it to your head. I'm never like that. I'm always thankful, regardless of if somebody had sent me $5,000 or $5, I am thankful.
Definitely more thankful for the 5,000 or the 5.
We could build up the $5
we could build up
guy.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Make him.
You never know. The $5 could turn into 500.
Exactly.
The 500 could turn into a G.
I used to be, when I did camming, I used to have some guys, and they would never tip, but they would be there. And then one day, one guy, he spent $3,000 on me in a session. But it's it's consistency. It's also progression, just always doing it, having a good personality. We are an escapism to people, right? Whether they're married, whether they're lonely, whether they are just, have extra time and they just wanted to pop in. Yeah. We are an escape. So.
Yeah, no, that's true. Even on my side, I noticed a lot of times, especially when it's just the single women, a lot of the times they just want the companionship.
Yeah,
they really do. They can afford it, and they want a gentleman. A lot of people in my industry, at least the professionals like myself, know how to treat and talk and be polite and professional.
And I mean,
a lot of normal guys don't do that.
There's normal guys. Yeah,
it's the truth.
They're not in tune.
No.
They don't give the gentleman treatment.
No.
At least they'll give it when they want to have sex.
Well, I'm saying a lot of those people too, and again, it's just all how your attitude is and how you present yourself. And I just feel like a lot of those people too it's their own fault, especially with the men, are just sexually deprived. They don't ever get it. Yeah. They're always thinking about it. I have friends of mine that aren't in the industry, which is fine, but it's you can just totally tell they're always just trying to get some fucking peace, which I get. It's
and it's when you get it all the time, obviously, sometimes your fans or my fans, or people on social media, they're always oh my God, are you just always thinking about sex?
No.
And whatever. And it's honestly, no. I have other things that have nothing to do with the adult industry that I love, but they don't, they don't understand. So
they don't
know how to you could compartmentalize your life, your mind. You don't have to always be out there getting it.
I have it's true, and I have and I'm a stud. I bang baddies. It's just the truth. But I'll have people from back home, Indiana, friends, whatever, what have you, will be like, well, I'm coming out to Vegas, you're going to line up the girls, right? I'm like, yeah. Because these girls are just going to line up and do what I say and just bang all my friends for free. Because that's just how it works.
They think it's the bunny ranch. Yeah, you just got them.
This
They're
guy's
just
out
come
here,
downstairs just waiting on
That's what I told one of my friends, like, do you think I just have like hot girls lined outside I'm not Dan Balzerian or whatever, but I do well, but it's like, they're not just going to just bang you.
You got money. You got shopping. And
now I can
taking us to dinner.
I know some girls.
What are you doing?
I know some girls in the industry that might be a little bit more promiscuous with, but it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, how much money you have? Well, aren't they your friends?
That doesn't. Yeah,
no, dude. Are you kidding me?
I know.
No, I can't. No. Well, you're doing it. Well, yeah, I'm in the business.
Of course.
I mean, 100%.
The entitlement.
And then I think maybe you can give me a little bit female perspective on this. Again, I am a man. I enjoy sex. I do, like any other man does, but I've gotten it so much, and it's just, I can get it whenever I want, basically. And I get paid for my time.
Right.
I think there's something to be said when someone doesn't
pay for your time.
No, like say just you in general, like with women, attracting women. I don't care.
Sure.
I don't care. Like, if we hook up, great. If we don't, cool. I don't care.
Yeah.
And there's something to be said about not caring as much.
Yeah.
Than trying to focus on just trying to get in your pants all the time. Trying to get in your pants so I can get
club or whatever. You meet a guy and like especially because I'm a dom, right? So most men, especially if they can be high value or whatever, they got money, so they want girls to kind of like work for it, or even in the strip club. And I'm really like, you can like me or not, but I'm not going to get on my knees and beg you or do the most for, like, who are you? Like, exactly. Right? Like,
strip club guys, they're the worst. No
it's
offense.
Always,
they pay your bills.
It's always, and this is like not in the strip club, and even in life. Like, I think being a dom, learning all of this, it has really taught me just to like have a better like sense of like decision making when I'm, if it's men that come around me. Not all money is good money.
No,
even if
true.
they have money,
all that glimmers is gold.
Doesn't mean respect over everything, right?
Yep.
Treating me good. We could play the game as long as I know that you're going to be a gentleman. If you're going to be like some douchebag that you like women doing this because you got the carrot and you want to dangle it, like, go, good luck, have fun. And I always do that. Sometimes I'll be like, good luck, have fun.
And they want you, they'll chase you.
Yeah.
That's how it is, man.
And I have it like sometimes.
Jesus. I don't know what it is with human beings like that.
It's psychology.
Because I look back at just like me being a young man and me being now. Back when I was like a young man, if I really, really liked a girl and I was nice to her all the time, she ended up not liking me after a while.
Right.
And then as I noticed, if you act like you don't give a shit, then all of a sudden not that they're obsessed with you, but now it's like, holy shit, they want it. And it's like, that's how this fucking works. Okay. Just don't care as much. If I'm giving advice out there, don't care as much. But you should care a lot if you're going to strip clubs and you're spending money, because that's how
it works.
That's how you're making your money.
Right.
But my friend Brace, he was from the Showtime show Gigolos.
Okay.
We make fun of those guys. Like, if I were to walk into a club, I would never be mean to you, but you would not, you'd be like, you'd be telling your girlfriends, like, you ain't fucking spending. So
right.
But I don't go. And
sure.
when I would go with my friends, I would purposely buy 1 or 2 lap dances for my friend, just so I didn't look like, just out of respect. Just a guy just sitting here not spending fucking money, because you're going to sit there, you fucking get a dance or 2 for your friends so you can spend. But no, I'm not going to no fucking VIP. This is just me. I ain't going to no fucking VIP room. I ain't knowing that. I've had my I'm not going to say, but I know someone that I had to drag out of the VIP room one night because they're writing up this credit card, and the security guy was like, "You're not going back there." I said, "Yeah, I'm going fucking back there. I'm making sure so-and-so isn't fucking already racked up." And I would start yelling his name, "Get the fuck out." Because I knew his situation. If it was just one of my buddies that had tons and tons of money, I wouldn't have given a shit. But this person was on not that they were poor, but was on a budget, and I knew
Sure.
I had to get him out of there. Oh yeah, after a few alcohol drinks, I'm sure you've done it. I was probably yelling at you. You probably drug him back there.
It wasn't me.
No,
it wasn't me.
This was back in my hometown.
But yeah, no. You know, that's a good dancer right there. But yes, we got to be ethical. However, sometimes these guys don't tell us that.
No, they don't.
Right.
They're so infatuated. They just want to.
And
it's like, oh, I got her number. It's like, you give her the right number.
I'm a dog.
You know, she got all your money, and she's gonna get banged by her alpha boyfriend while she grabbed your money, and they're gonna go out to dinner and drinks on your fucking money, pal.
And when you're like, as like a Findom, I'm ethical. I will never let these guys, you know, go into bankruptcy.
You're not gonna let them give them the house note.
No,
You're not gonna give them the car title.
I need them to be able to live. Like, I will make a budget for them to spend on me.
And they probably like that because then again, you're dominating again.
So it's the fact that they make money, and even though they have the freedom to live like financially free, right? To give them a budget is exciting to them because it's like giving them order, and it's like giving them like direction where they don't have it because they get a reward, right? The reward is that Goddess Onyx is going to have time with them.
Good for you, honey. So you don't have to say any names. We'll wrap things up here. No names, but do you have any like celebrities or any sports people that are in the world that not just a kind of broad, like any
I can't say, but I have pegged music artist and a sports athlete.
Okay. You know, we're not going to say it, but I'm just saying that because I'm sure you.
But I'm not into pegging anymore. I mean, it was like an experience, and I think it was just like they were like a public figure. So I was like,
so yeah, dominating.
Yeah. But then, it was just like, I don't know. It was a little too masculine energy because they would kind of bring it back up, and then it was like, you know, because I still like getting dick down and stuff. It's like I don't want to be the one having to do that.
Yeah, you don't want to be the dicker downer.
I don't want to be the dicker downer.
Yeah, you want to be the dicker downer.
So I've had hard limits, but
now we're talking.
I do have guys on my OnlyFans. Like when I do live shows, like they'll pay me to like put the strap on and like tease them, but I don't like. Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, whatever. I mean, everyone folks are about.
Everybody's got their thing.
No, everyone's got their thing. I'm not hating. I'm not hating. Not at all. I like. If I'm in the mood, I like a finger or two up there sometimes. The prostate's back there.
That's where you guys have your G spot.
That's what I'm saying. So people like are like, oh, it's like, dude, you're like you come. I mean, I remember one of the first times I did it. She was like blowing me, and she did. I thought I was gonna blow a load through the back of her head. It was like intense, like intense. Like holy shit! I didn't know. I didn't know I could come like that.
Yeah,
it's fucking intense. So. Do you see yourself doing this because it's obviously gives you freedom? Do you have a hard time with any kind of like an actual boyfriend or personal relationship?
Yeah, sometimes.
Because maybe I'm in the same boat. Okay?
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's the nature of the job, right?
Yeah.
And it's dancing, it's the online stuff. Sometimes they like the online stuff better because it's like I'm at home and I'm in my own space. But even too, it's like, then we get into the details of like what I'm doing, and I'm like, I don't understand.
You're always looking sexy, and you're always using
right. So I've had multiple times where I have given up dancing or any of this stuff.
Oh, so you've actually given stuff up?
I have, and you know what? I will never fucking do it again because they proved me right that they let me down. And they resent you because then, like, you know, they'll be like, oh, baby, I'll take care of you and stuff. And then you're like, okay. Like, you know, I was probably...
It's like I'm making more money probably.
Well, sometimes. I was younger. Yeah, well, that was the thing, too. Like, my money income definitely dropped. So I had to, like...
I got to rely on you for everything now. Are you kidding me?
That's the thing. And then they're in control of your life, of your moves. And then... they'll be like, oh, well, you're a broke bitch because you don't help with the bills or stuff like that. And then it's like, so I've had to get out of that and had to be like, well, you know, I'm going to go make this money. And you're not going to like the way that I make it.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, you know, so secure. When I find somebody and I like them and it's good, it's like we always get down to that conversation. So I'm just like, you know, we'll see how it progresses. Otherwise, like, I'm doing pretty good and I'm successful. So why am I going to stop?
Why would you stop?
And I'm a mother too. So it's like, I'm not going to
You're not
stop.
just feeding yourself.
No,
you're feeding, you got a little one you're looking after. And I agree with you on that. With me, whenever I'm dating women, I'm having a pretty successful kind of run right now with somebody, which is pretty cool. But usually it starts out cool, and then
it's the top.
Then they want you to, and then it's like, I think I brought up before, I'm not going to put up with your shit. Like, and I mean that in the nicest way possible. I'm not even trying to be a dick. It's just after especially with me and entertaining, after I've done a bunch of parties or I've been out with clients, a lot of times I'm at the club or I'm at the pool. I'm not that it's not fun, but you come home and you're tired. And when you come to your house, it's like your peace. And as soon as they're like,
drained.
"Where have you been?" I bet you were doing this. Like, dude, fucking leave.
Right.
I'll say, fucking leave me alone. Quit fucking talking to me. And it can make it hard, but at the same time, I like you. I like my freedom.
Yes.
I don't travel a lot because I just personally don't like to.
Yeah.
I'm not a big. I like to do things sometimes, but I'm not a huge traveler just because I don't like to do it. But if I wanted to, I can go where I want.
Right. Don't have to call somebody.
I don't have to ask somebody. If anything,
it is too. And I think like a lot of times, like in relationships, people don't understand that like when we are, if it's the strip club or if it's like a client, that's our energy that we're like, it's a lot of energy because not only are you having to like laugh at their jokes and go to dinner with them and, interact with them and all this other stuff. It's a lot of energy because you also have to be like your own referee. Like, oh, hold on. You want more of that? I want more of that. I want more money. Like, so then it's like by the time that you just get home, you're just like mentally drained. And it's not that you're not trying to be there for your partner, but you're like, I just need time to like chill. Literally decompress.
Just chill. We can be each other's company and just chill. I don't want to hear any bullshit, but I really do appreciate you coming to talk.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me.
People, I like my whole thing with this podcast is I just like to have a conversation. And this is like more of like a real, like I'm not trying to like make up a fantasy or anything, right? This is like really what it's like.
We didn't fully get into like my story, how I got into the industry, but we could get into it like another time.
But you said that guy kind of turned you out a little bit.
Yeah.
And it was lights out.
Well, it was, my thing is like, I'll try anything once, right? If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. Turned out I fucking loved it. And but even too, I don't need to do it with him. Now it's my life. But it was a very like good blessing in disguise. And plus also it led me into the dual industry and I have this great career. But I think like if I never met him, if I never responded to that ad, I would not be here.
You don't think so? You don't think you eventually had a waking somewhere else?
No.
No,
I don't think so because I was so like closed-minded. I was such like a regular like model, dancer.
Not anymore.
I've definitely progressed out of that. So
yeah, dude. Well, you look great. I'm sure you're doing great.
Thank you. I'm doing phenomenal.
From what I know, you're always traveling. They said you're going to be at XBiz, right?
Yes.
You're in New York. You're always doing something. So it sounds like business is good. Mm-hmm. Sounds like you made the right decision.
Yes, it is.
You seem pretty happy.
I'm very happy. Yes.
And how can we, if people want to find you or want your services or want to look you up, what's the best way to get hold of you?
If you find me, I'm on Instagram, Onyx Muse XO or X Onyx Muse XXX.
And then through your Instagram, I'm sure there's links. There's
OnyxSocialClub.com will bring you to the OnlyFans.
And if they want to be a submissive bitch, they can message you on OnlyFans and ask permission first.
They have to send me a proper introduction and tell me why they want to service me and how they can service me, and we can get into that.
So you guys hear that? You guys have ever want to?
So don't no sup, no hi. That's the directions.
Okay, so you guys out there who want to be that, that's the directions. You can find her Onyx Muse.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Tyler.
Oh, yeah, you're very welcome. Tyler Made.
Tyler
the true
Made.
Story of a Las Vegas adult entertainer.
Yes, get the book.
The book is out now. It's I'm an author now, so I'm leveling up. I'm a smart guy now. I wrote a book.
You need to get these, like, those house moms that are, like, reading books. Like,
I sell them at one of the things I sell them. I got my online store, but when I'm doing my, because I still do bachelorette parties, private parties. So I usually take a stack, and people always like, "Oh, you got a book?"
That is so good. Yeah.
$24.95.
I need to do a book. I have some crazy stories.
You totally should.
Yeah.
I tell everybody should, because it legitimizes your story, and then you never know what you could do with it from there.
Right.
Yeah. Then so you become an author, /Findomme.
Love that.
Thank you for watching Real Vegas Podcast. We have new episodes every Thursday. You can find us on YouTube at Real Vegas Podcast. You can also go to thetylermade.com for all the links. Thank you for tuning in. Miss Onyx, it's very, very nice to meet you, Michael. Enjoy the rest of the love, guys.
Thank you for watching Real Vegas Podcast. Real people and real conversations. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.